What's up, everybody? My name is Sean K of the Heli Direct. This video is brought to you by three brothers. Now check this out. I haven't been this excited for a heli release in a long time. But let's go back. SAB first came on the scene with their Goblin in 2012. It took the heli community by storm. Why? Because they had done something that was very original that no one had done before ever. They came out with the boom shaped the way it was with the hollow inside with no boom support. That was a game changer. So now moving forward to 2018, they came out with the Kraken. Then they came out in 2021 with the Raw. So now 2024 is the Il Goblin. Let's talk about what's different. Transmission is based on the renowned Goblin gearbox. It is now further improved. The main shaft diameter is now increased to 15 millimeters. People are flying way more aggressive now, and they need that rigidity on their main shaft. They've got new helical gears now for increased durability and strength. Now they've got a new one-way system redesigned for optimal performance. Fast disassembly servo mount that allows for easier and faster maintenance on the servos. The new gearbox is way lighter than the previous models. New design that features new blade grip arms with improved locking system. So now when you lock them down to the blade holder, they're not moving at all. Self-centering titanium washers that ensure automatic centering for greater precision. It's locked in and precise. Now they have a possibility of adding a pivot shaft for the spindle, allowing customization of rigidity and maximum movement. Preorder has an 8mm shaft with 8x16x5 bearings that contribute to increased rigidity and a smoother tail, period. Now the shaft and the hub are made from a single part in order to have maximum precision. The tail pulley will be available in 3 different sizes to adjust for the tail ratio according to your own personal preferences. Now the tail boom is made with a high pressure molding technology. Its weight is only 180 grams. Includes a belt tensioning system with an indicator for optimum control, which means there's no more guesswork. You put it where it is and it's locked in. Now with this new cool canopy, you don't have to remove the canopy. You slide the battery in and it's on, powered to go and ready for 3D. Also, what's cool, the new blades. It's a new generation blade. Also, it's color matching the tail and the canopy. Now it's matchy-matchy. You ready? Let's go check it out. You don't understand. This is a thing for me. This is a whole thing for me. I love SAB. I love the ease of their manuals. And now we have the new 4th generation model from the company, from the Italian company. I love how they represent this on the front of their kits. Let's dig in. Oh! Okay, all right. I wasn't ready for all this. What? Some of you guys might not care how your helis are packaged. I do. When I see that a manufacturer is paying close attention to these details, the graphic here, the Italian heli, all this, the verbiage, sexy. Shouts out to all the flags here. Love it. World domination. It's like new car, this new car smell. I will have to admit that when I saw the canopy, it looked like it might be heavy. It is not. They've got the layers in there. It's all blacked out. Got the magnets in the back with the guide pin. Yes, battery rail guide and a upper frame, I believe. Blade holder, you're gonna need those. Got 2 of those to match. Lovely. And it's extremely light. We've got our tail push rod, so I think it's 2 in here. Battery trays, landing gear, pipes. Sick! All right, I did mention this before, but these tail blades are 110. But personally, I like 110s. I like a big disc. As I said before, it's hard to describe these blades in this color the way they pop. Main blade grips are different. I don't want to take it all out right now. This is what we have here, some of our transmission components. We've got our decals, belt, of course. They made this channel here, and I wish all helicopters would have that channel. So look, I'm not going through all of this. You'll see all this in a minute. I'm gonna take you through the build process, what's different, what's not. All right, there it is. That's what's in the box. That's what you can expect. Okay, let's build. Yeah. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. I've got the transmission set up. Got the main gear on there, belt pulley. Now I'm putting the servos in the mounts and mounting them on the transmission. This is a new thing here. These 2 little prongs allow you to not only install them, but if you need to service them, this makes it so precise. So when you hear Vava and CD and all those guys saying it's so precise, these are some of the things that they're sensing in the flight. This servo is not moving. Now it's even hard to move even with it on these little pegs, But once you get the screws down in there and you screw it down, it makes it so easy and to take out and service. It's always a pleasure to work with this T-Box. It's just so simple. I literally plug this in. I choose 760, locked it in, hit enter, set my neutral set, hit enter, and I'm done. If you are in the market for a dependable servo that just works and just works all the time and it's easy to set up with the T-Box, get these BLS 2208s, either the regular version or the 12 volt version. So this is the new battery rail system. This is now plastic, or it is more flexible, I should say. I like this because it's just boom, push, 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 and then release. And it feels very heavy duty. It feels high quality. On to the next step. All right, we are on to the head. Here's the head. It's finished. One thing I want to point out, which is cool, right here you can shoot grease into your thrust bearings. This is probably some of the things that Baba was talking about when he said it's very precise. They have these frame spacers, but they're also look like just little collars that slip over the other side of the battery rails where the battery tray goes. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those on and I'll see you in the next step. Instead of having the set screws here, they put it on the inside. So you can lock those pipes down in the landing skids without seeing any cosmetic changes on the outside. Very slick looking. You have to solder these in this way, as you can see here in the manual. Well, we have the ESC on here underneath. There's these two cross members here and here. You also have these two screws here to brace this brace for the battery receptacle. Looking nice. So it's looking good, it's looking good. Also, I forgot to mention the assembly by itself is extremely smooth. It's butter. This tail shaft is thick, it is beefy, and I like that it's one piece. So I hadn't checked in with my bro Brian yet.
Yo, Sean, what's going on, man? I'm loving the progress so far on the bird. I'm loving that rear-loaded battery tray there. That's going to be really slick. That compares to the Genesis as well. I think it's rear-loaded too, so that's slick. You don't have to take the canopy off. You know what I'm saying? Fumbling around with it, getting it all loose and cracky and stuff like that. I love being able to load the battery from the rear like that, so that's pretty slick. Can't wait to see some other things that compare to the Genesis. One thing I did notice, though, is the servo layout is still comparable to the old Raw style, right? Where they're kind of slanted up front a little bit. I know the new Genesis now has got a more vertical linear layout with the servos. So interested to see the rest of your build and the architecture, how everything is laid out. So keep it up, man. Looking good. You know, that's just good old SAB stuff. It's looking fantastic. So keep it up, bro. Let me see.
Moving right along here, getting the tail almost done. Half of it's done. You can see one half there. I just sprayed my my silicone lubricant in the bag and I just mush it around and do all that, and then maybe go, take a break or something like that. Let it get all in the fibers of the belt and then take it out, wipe it down, the excess off, and then install it on the model. Look at that beefy shaft right there. Pause. All right, so I like the blacked out look. I like that they put the shaft or made the shaft black and the hub is black as well, because it's one piece. And this has its own little piece here, as you can see, that bolts in from the outside with a flange bearing on both sides. So it is absolutely zero play. These parts here on the outside and on the inside come with double-sided tape. So you get it lined up nice and neat. And the instructions tells you to use the 10mm screws just to guide it in. You guide it through those holes, and then you line it up with this side here with the nylon nuts on it, so those holes are completely straight. Tighten it down just a little bit, but not much. Just squeeze it so it takes to the side and it's aligned properly, and then do the exact same for the other side. If you're looking down the model, you want those hooks to be on the left going to the right. Also in the back, it's the old Kraken style adhesive nuts with the carbon plate on the inner boom. We got the boom on. And I like this too. If you have a torque servo, And I'm not sure if there's other brands with the name on the bottom, but I like how it just shows through the window. You have two belt tensioners. One is fixed on the other side here, and the other one has a little dial indicator on it to know where you are in your tension. We have a heli. I tell you what, this is by far the fastest heli 700 class that I've ever built, ever. Here's the new battery tray. Under here is double-sided tape, and then on top of that goes this brace, where this screws down to it, which you slide it in this way. This will be on the front end here. Yep, this will be here, and this will go into the receptacle in the front of the ESC. Now, what you want to do before you commit to putting the double-sided tape down is you want to make sure that your balance is right. So just trial fit it. I'm basically done. Just going to do the setup, and then we're going to go mating this bad boy. Yeah.
Motor on.
Once you get it in, it's really simple. It's just boom. Also too, if this is up, that means it's locked in. Once you push this in, you can pull the battery out, no problem. All right, let's go fly this thing. So anytime you have a new helicopter, you're definitely dialing stuff in and getting it to the way that you like it. So this will be no other. I hovered it at the house, so I know everything works. Very quiet transmission. Very light. Very agile and very precise. It feels like it just stays where you put it. I like that. Hit this thing in hurricane. Lock. There it is, the Il Goblin, baby. Powered by Pulse, torque servos, YGE ESC, diesel trip motor.